Two teams that have designs on promotion from the Women's Championship go head-to-head this afternoon in South London as the clubs that finished second and third face off in the capital. Welcome along to the Valley. Charlton hosts Sunderland today in a fixture that will give a significant pointer as to which might be best equipped for a shot at jumping up to the WSL. Just 4 points and 1 place separated these two sides in the second tier last season, with the South Londoners only a point behind title winners Crystal Palace. But Sunderland will know that they really let the chance of playing in the top flight this term slip away from them after picking up just a solitary point from their final 2 games. This term it's Karen Hills' team that lead the way. An impressive 4 wins from 4 has seen Charlton climb to the summit of the standings, and while Sunderland do have a game in hand, their record of 1 win and 2 defeats so far this term was not the start that Mel Ray wanted. The visiting coach has stated recently that there has been some honest conversations within the squad after their misfiring opening to the new campaign. Still, a win over Sheffield United in the League Cup in midweek, following a first championship success last weekend over London City Lionesses, means they are now very much back on track and are starting to look up rather than down. Well, let's check on the teams for you for this afternoon at the Valley. First of all, Charlton, no Ellie Brazil for the host. Her pace and goal-scoring ability will be sorely missed. Carla Humphrey and Gracie Pearce both come in, with Charlotte Newsom dropping to the bench. Kayleigh Barton scored the winner when these two sides last met back in April in the North East and will lead the line this afternoon. As for the visitors, well, Katie Watson scrambled home a last-minute equaliser for Sunderland the last time that the two clubs met here. She gets the first start of the season in the Championship, having netted in the impressive 2-1 away success at Sheffield United in the League Cup in midweek. Eleanor Dale misses out. Tight games between the two when they met last season. 1-1 draw here. 1-0 success for Charlton up in the North East. Charlton are unbeaten in 4, incidentally. Both of the wins have come away from home, though. Last couple here have both been draws. Sunderland's last success was back in March of 22. Charlton are without a win in 3 at home. Their last home success over Sunderland over a decade ago in the Women's Premier League in April of 2013, a 2-1 victory. Our referee is Abby Didden, in charge of Charlton's 1-0 win at Sheffield United this season. The last Sunderland game that she stood in was a rather wild 4-3 home success against Lewis back in February of 24, when she issued some 7 yellow cards. That was a feisty affair. Let's hope this is not. Good clean fight is what we're after against two progressive teams that really do like to play the right way. Well, Charlton will feel that they're favourites. There is no doubt about that. They gave Spurs a little bit of a scare in the League Cup in midweek. They were under the cosh for large stretches of the first half, but played really well in the second half and only succumbed late on. They'll be hoping that their good run continues against a Sunderland side that's misfired a little, but over the last week or so has just begun to find a little bit of rhythm. We're at the Valley for the game of the day in the Women's Championship, both close to gaining promotion to the WSL last term. Both fancied to make strong title tilts this campaign. Charlton aiming to make it 5 wins from 5. Can Sunderland stop them and grab back-to-back league wins for the first time since March? First outing for Sunderland women in the white strip with the black shorts, and it will be Charlton obviously in red and attacking right from the get-go here with Endow. It's a low ball in that's cleared away. Early opportunity that didn't quite work out. Still on the attack here, thumped away. Well, a positive start from Karen Hills' side. She talked about the defeat in midweek. She said it was a tough game for the team playing against the WSL side. It was always going to be a different challenge, but we felt that we handled the game in a really positive way. Performance was excellent from minute 1 to the final whistle. She said conceding early It could have been very, very different, but she thought that the girls regrouped really quickly. That they did. I was on duty for that game. I thought they were excellent in the second half. They did create chances. Spurs just with that top flight quality doing enough. As for Sunderland, it was an impressive win away at Sheffield United. Sure, it was against another second-tier side, but having got the first championship win under their belts at the weekend against London City Lionesses, it was really important that Mel Ray's side just kept up the gallop, kept the momentum moving in the right direction, which they did. So now looking for back-to-back league wins for the first time this season and 3 wins on the spin in all competitions. Like any sport at any level, an intangible of confidence goes a long, long way. Once again, it's Muya that's making it difficult for the Sunderland backline. She didn't start the game in midweek. This is only her second start of the championship season. She did score against Blackburn in the 2-0 away success. Just the 1 goal last season after moving from London City Lionesses. A lot of experience, played in Italy, of course, and in the college system in the United States. Corner here for Charlton, drilled in towards that near post area. Sunderland defend it well and look to try and counter. It's a good looking ball through the centre. Let's see what Scar can do here. And there is space over on the right hand side. This is Kitching, a twist and a turn and a cross that's whipped in. Wasn't the worst idea, but no one quite up with play to get on the end of it. Ever present so far this campaign. 3 goals last season for the New Zealand international. Her last coming against Blackburn back in January, but she has scored for her country since. Netted against Zambia in a friendly in July ahead of the Olympics, in which she did play in. Another former London City player. And the ball awkwardly is going to bounce out of play. Kitching to keep it in. Charlton to win it back. Humphrey. Fed forward towards Muya, but won back by Sunderland. A real intensity to the opening 3 or 4 minutes or so, and cheers from the home support as Charlton look to race forward over on this left-hand side. Teasing ball in, just doesn't have the curl, does it really? Good running on the left flank. Jodie Hutton, who likes to get forward. And along with Kayleigh Barton, they will be crucial to the chances from those wide positions. Well, already we've seen teams break forward in good areas here, both for Charlton and for Sunderland. Do sense that there might be goals in this fixture. Usually fairly tight affairs, as we've seen in the past when these two teams met. Ball over the top that should bounce through towards Gray. She has to come outside of a penalty area and takes a touch. Hutton plays it back. Mia will try to control. The ball eventually goes out of play and Sunderland will win the throw. Long throws from Brown. Here she is again. Sunderland pick up the pace and win it high up the pitch, and another opportunity for the visitors to come forward. This time a lower ball in. They're looking to get on the end of it. A move that she initially started and potentially out of position, but there's no one really forward here for Charlton. And they should be able to get back in possession quickly. Decent looking ball in. It's pounced on by Gray. Well, Charlton living dangerously. It's been a real positive start from Sunderland, this. Always looking to play it out from the back. We saw that against Spurs in midweek. Here is Hutton to play it forward, and Sunderland immediately to win it back. Impressive stuff from the northeast side. This is Another touch from Brown. Charlton winning 1-0 up in the northeast, courtesy of that Kelly Barton goal last season on the hour. Late Katie Watson equaliser for Sunderland, having gone behind just moments earlier through a McGowan goal for Charlton. Yeah, referee thought about that and gives the free kick as Scar goes down. Prior to that 2-2 affair here. Catty with a late leveller for Sunderland then. We've had a 3-2 scoreline in the Championship as well up in the northeast to Charlton. Also a 2-0 success for Sunderland. Last time that we saw these two sides separated by more than a goal, that was back in March of 22. So tight contest, but generally entertaining ones. And if the opening 6 or 7 minutes is anything to go by, don't want to guarantee goals, but I suspect that they are on the agenda. Kitching is lining this one up. 4 players in the wall here for Charlton. Maybe an opportunity to go around the right as we look at here for Kitching. Let's see what she can conjure. She does go for goal. That's a wonderful free kick. Terrific technique. Beautifully placed with curl and bend and accuracy. Katie Kitching gets her first goal of the campaign, and it's an absolute beauty. Well, she glances across to the left. There's a little bit of a disguise on this, isn't there? Look, not once, but twice. Then she aims for the top corner. And although Jess Gray tries to get across, she's unable to keep that one out. And that's a wonderful hit. Well, she's shown a quality already in this game by getting forward. And she makes her presence felt here with a superb free kick to give Sunderland an early advantage. Well, this is going to be interesting to see how Charlton reacts. They did come from a goal down to Durham earlier this season to win by 2-1, but they left it very late. 2 goals in the last 8 minutes. Katie Bradley, who came off the bench to grab those 2 goals, she did score against Spurs in midweek. She was a little lucky not to be sent off. She was on a yellow card when she pulled a Spurs player back, and the referee sensibly gave a lecture rather than producing the red card in the cup contest. But she might be required again if it stays as it is. That was a late fight back. Sunderland will obviously hope that that's not going to be the case here. Let's see what Muir can do for Charlton for this inside the penalty area. Another comeback is required. Unbeaten. 4 wins from 4, of course. In their last championship game away at Blackburn. That was after wins over Portsmouth, Sheffield United and Durham this season. Won 8 of their last 9 in all competitions. They've won their last 8 in the championship. They won their last 4 last season. 9 of the last 10 in the second tier. Last championship defeat coming at home to London City Lionesses back in March. A 2-1 home reverse that scuppered their chances of promotion to the WSL, and they're just struggling a little bit here against this Sunderland side that have started very, very brightly. Referee thought about intervening there, but it's Charlton that have it. With them down now, the captain, Skills. Charlton to come forward. Determined running here from Pearce to play it back towards Gray. Now it's with Skills. Down. Skills to turn. Forward by Phyllis. Big diagonal, nice idea, good defensive header. Flick further forward, should be cleared away and is something of a midfield scrap, and to a certain extent, sense that Charlton won't mind that, just to try and get a foothold back into the fixture. This is Bashford breaking forward. There are options inside the penalty area here. Played towards the byline. Wasn't the worst idea for Phyllis to run onto, but just unable to do so. And Phyllis, who's been ever present so far this season, in and out the starting lineup last term. 3 goals, the last against Watford back in April. Signed a couple of summers ago from West Ham, former Arsenal junior and England junior international, with an awful lot of quality in that Charlton midfield. So fast start from Sunderland. Can they keep it up? Beat London City Lionesses by a 1-0, their only win in the Championship so far. Other games this season they have conceded and lost both. Beaten 5-0 away at Birmingham, 3-0 at home at Southampton, conceding 8 goals in their opening 2 fixtures. And Ray suggested that there was some tough conversations, there were some honest conversations within the squad, not just the players but the staff as well. But she suggested that, look, this group has got ability, we didn't doubt that, but they did admit to a player and all in the coaching staff that they didn't quite hit the levels that they believe that they can hit and should hit. But she's said that the turnaround with the win over London City and the victory over Sheffield United has been a big team effort, and she talked about not just the players but all the staff, the coaching staff and the support group around the squad. And it's to Sunderland's credit that they have bounced back here, because as we saw last season, you can't afford to get too far behind. Charlton did come with a late rattle, but not quite good enough to deny Crystal Palace top spot in the Championship. Sunderland, of course, were up in the vanguard throughout and then just slipped away. But there's no doubt that these two sides have got the quality to jump up to the WSL. Obviously, it's a bigger jump than it ever was before. But two clubs that have got good standing in the game and, of course, produced some really good players in the past. Sunderland in particular. Charlton have got a little bit more of a history, you might suggest. But Sunderland we did see as a Women's Super League club not so long ago, before slipping down to the 3rd tier, but they're very much on the way back, and some of the players that they've produced over the years, as we all know, have been fantastic. Be great to see both of these two sides in the WSL, but title will get you into the top division. That's what they're both gunning for. And no quarter asking the given here as Kitching, the goal scorer, is bundled over. 14 minutes in, Charlton 0, Sunderland 1. Oof. Very much the meat in the sandwich there, nowhere to go. A robust challenge, an unfair one, and it will be a free kick which Jessica Stapleton will take, just 19. Signed from Reading, previously with West Ham. Blasted that one with a bit too much pace. Great to take. Sophie Whitehouse played in midweek, incidentally, in the League Cup for Charlton. She was brilliant. Made some absolute stunning saves and commanded her area. Not suggesting that Jess Gray isn't a good keeper, because she is. 3rd season now at Charlton. Swap duties so far in the top flight. Goes to show that there is depth in squads at Championship level. And anyone who's watched the 2nd tier over the last few years will know how much the standard has improved. This is Muya. Well, that is brave goalkeeping. Speaking about keepers, Lampard diving in. Muya is very, very quick and skillful. And she got to the byline. That is very, very brave and very, very good goalkeeping. Part of the Palace side, of course, that won the title last season. She opted to come to Sunderland after 15 appearances last term in the second tier. She was at Leicester in the WSL briefly. She won the championship with Leicester as well, so she's got really good experience in getting out of this division. And not surprisingly here, just needs a minute or so, because that was a 50-50 that she did not shirk for 1 second. Brilliant goalkeeping, brave. Not making too much of it, but certainly very, very brave. Here's a look at the goal again, and that's just flighted beautifully. And sometimes you think you've got 4 players in the wall there. I don't think that Jess Gray can see it until it's almost upon her. But it's the curl, it's the bend, it's the positioning. And maybe unexpected, because there was some really clever disguise on that. Katie Kitching just looked across to her left-hand side twice, maybe 3 times. Everyone's expecting the dink inside the box. But a clever free kick. Just a bit of a break for the players here as well. We see it all the time now that coaches, if there is a break in play for one reason or another, that they get their players across, they get some tactical thoughts into the squad, might want to tweak things a little bit, might want to change things. I saw Charlton certainly do. Karen Hills, who's done brilliantly with Charlton, did really, really well, of course, at Spurs, alongside Juan Carlos Amaros, led Spurs to the WSL. But since taking over from Charlton, they have gradually got better over the last few years. In the second tier, 8th, 5th, 4th, 2nd place finishes. So if that trajectory continues, then the only number missing is 1. They finished bottom in the 1920 campaign. That was a COVID year, of course, though, so no relegation. Since then, Charlton have regrouped. And looking to get back to where they belong. FA Cup winners, of course, 20 years ago this season. Free kick here, Sunderland. Long punt forward. Tries to steal in again, and then another stoppage here. It's Skills who's gone down. Skills plays it back to Pearce. Down. Skills again. Captain ever present last term as well. Reassuring presence at the back. 4th campaign at Charlton now, after previously at Bristol City and Reading, former England junior international. Whistler's gone again here. Another brave header towards Muya. You step in, look for Jody over. Well, the neat and tidy play, the opening 10-15 minutes or so, just made way to a period here with a number of stoppages for one reason or another. Charlton might be happy that it slowed down a little, those you mentioned previously, because Sunderland were rampant prior to that. Terrific free kick, but they were getting into some really good areas in open play. I think deserve their lead at the minute, but regular championship watchers will know that momentum can swing very quickly. Thumped away by Lambourne, who's thankfully okay now. Clever touch, Kitching on the move once again, looking for the reverse ball here. Skeels is helped out by Endow. Good strong play on the right-hand side as Sunderland aim to get forward again. Deer with the throw. This is Scar. Deer again, good technique, fast footwork, looking to try and slip it through to Watson. Scores from about a yard out in the 1-1 draw between the two last season. It was a bit of a scramble. It eventually slipped beyond the keeper after a bit of a mix-up at the back. She had a straightforward task of firing into an empty net, but it was her presence that caused the error. Eid. Humphrey does well to find a teammate initially, but then a thumping ball forward is easily intercepted. Muir wasn't quite with play on the left-hand side. She's quick, but not that quick. Barton was chasing it down. Hutton with the header. Brown. This is Watson. Can she get the cross in? She can. It's a good interception. It's out for a corner, but acrobatically done at that near post because there was 3 Sunderland players inside the penalty area. Neat play from Katie Watson here. And Skeels, who else will knock that ball out of play? Sunderland with a corner. Have scored once from a corner so far this season. A goal against London City. The winner was from a flag kick. What can they conjure here? Kitching, we know, can deliver a football, that's for sure. Up goes the signal, left arm up. What's that? Near post, far post? Let's find out. Towards the penalty spot, wasn't it? That's the signal. Watch out for that next time. Cleared away, though. Deer. First time from Fenton. Deer has it again, makes space really well, and the shot flicks up. Oh, and it's nodded in from close range. Gray couldn't keep it out. Sunderland have a second. I think it's Stapleton. Close enough to nod in. It came to her really quickly. She did brilliantly to get this one on target. Gray got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. But an awful lot of credit here has to go to the run over on that left-hand side. He cut inside and got the shot away, flicked up, took a deflection. And then Stapleton is there to nod home. Really good reactions. Poacher's header. First of the season, scored against Durham. That was a crucial goal, a 1-0 success back in April. And the former West Ham player has got a first of the season here. And Charlton is staring at a first defeat of the term in the Championship. Although we've only had 25 minutes or so. Always sensed that there was going to be goals in this game. So Charlton have it all to do. Oh, it's a yellow card. Well, there goes into the book. Let's have another look. I mean, it's awkward. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a yellow card offence, but I guess if you don't make any sort of attempt to play the ball, you're potentially going to be susceptible to get the yellow. Free kick for Charlton then. Opportunity to get some players inside the Sunderland penalty area. High inside the box to the back post. The header down. Not quite what Pearce was hoping for, I think. Whether it was a knockdown to a teammate. It's far too close to the keeper. Time maybe to steer this one back. Safety first. Sunderland take their time. Long way to go in this fixture here. Thumped forward by Lambourne, flicked on gamely. It's going to bounce through. Just unable for Kitchen to get on the end of that. And Charlton will brill from the back. This is Ndao to come forward. Well, they need to find a spark from somewhere here, Charlton. 1-0 down. Well, you always believe you're going to come back, but 2, and it starts to get very difficult very quickly as the seconds tick away. Ndao to turn. Never had any sort of control in the middle of the park, or anywhere in the park for that matter. Charlton have been good so far this season. All the stats pointed to a tight game, but Sunderland running away with this at the moment. They have possession again. Ball down the line. He's aimed for Scar. Just goes out of play. Will be a Sunderland throw. There goes down. It's going to be a free kick. Thought a card might be coming out there, but it wasn't. Thankfully, it's Eid. In fact, it was challenge, wasn't it, here? Well, similar sort of challenge, if you ask me, to the card that we saw just a few moments ago. It's not been the case, though. But just a free kick. We know how good the delivery set pieces we've seen from Sunderland so far in this fixture. Referee Abby did, and just making sure that the free kick is being taken in the right place. Another high one inside the penalty area. One suspects here. Driven in with real power. It's good delivery as well. And then up into the air. Gray will collect. A little bit of pressure on the keeper. Wants to roll it out quickly, but no real out ball. Pearce and out. They're just trying to flick it forward, but just unable to do so. Sunderland have it again, not for long. One back by Charlton. Tenacious in midfield. And Skills looks to pick up the pace from the back. Skills for Pearce. Down right-hand side. Skills has it again. Has made a move over on the left-hand side. It's a good touch as well here. Can she dig out the cross? She can. Terrific ball. And the header loops in. Wonderful delivery. Charlton have got a goal back. Brilliantly placed as well here. Well, we've not seen too much of Barton in this fixture so far, but that's a really good looping header. How about this for control? Just gets it under the studs and pushes it forward. Hutton with a deep cross. And the header is well watched, perfectly looping over Lambourne, and Charlton are back in this. First of the season. 6 last campaign. And her last goal was the winner against Sunderland back in April. 1-0 away victory here at the Valley. She's given Karen Hill's side a little bit of hope. But I didn't guarantee you goals. I thought we might get some, but I didn't think we'd have 3 by 31 minutes. Hopefully more to come. It's been an entertaining watch so far. Better certainly if you're a Sunderland fan, but you might be a little more concerned now that Charlton are on the board. Quality of the goals as well has been terrific. Curling free kick, reaction header, and a looping header from a sweeping move. Top draw from 2 of the best in the championship. Skills with the diagonal again. This is what Hunt likes to do, always willing to get forward. She's combative, energetic, industrious, and she's got quality as well, as you saw with the cross. Going to play her down here. Is that Jessica Brown that's maybe just a little winded? Well, it's been played at a really good clip, this game. I'll guarantee you that Jodie Hutton was never, ever going to pull out of that challenge. Aside from Sheffield United in the summer, she picked up 7 yellow cards last season, former Villa player for a long time. Charlton have got the corner, delivered in, nodded up into the air. Spot ahead tennis here, not completely away. I think the referee's right there. There was a bit of a shove, wasn't there? Barton again, looking to use a pace over on the right-hand side. Muir calling for it inside the penalty area. The ball back towards Humphrey. Terrific defensive work. He got there and made sure that she cleared her own goal. That was all important. It's one thing getting a touch to it. It's another making sure that it doesn't flash beyond your own keeper, because it was bound for Humphrey after a good cutback. Kayleigh Barton has come to the party. Another Charlton corner. Rose going to curl this one in, left-footed. Good movement inside the area, inside the 6-yard box it comes. And Pearson able to keep it down. Well, I'd be amazed if this game finishes 1-2. I wouldn't like to call a winner, but I'm almost certain that we're going to get more goals. 34 minutes in, Charlton 1, Sunderland 2. Lambourne waits. Now it's Sunderland that just want a little bit of a breather, isn't it, here? It's a little bit short. It's going to bounce straight out. Sunderland did win their last away game, of course, in the League Cup against Sheffield United. They lost their last championship game on their travels against Birmingham. Drew the one before that against Palace last season. Scored 2 here, having failed to score in 5 of the previous 7. 4 clean sheets in the last 9 isn't such a bad record. But they haven't won in the championship since besting Watford 3-0 away from home back in March. Their last away win in the 2nd tier. Have been a little bit unlucky, I think, this season. If you dig into some of the more contemporary metrics, their expected goal figure coming into this game, 4.66. They'd only scored 1. And their expected goals against figure, 5.48. They conceded 8. So if you're looking for a bit of regression with those numbers, then Sunderland are better than the results, certainly, that they've had, those 2 defeats and the 1 draw. Expected points is more than the 3 that they've got. So I think everybody knew this was going to be a lot harder than the bare form suggested. Charlton's point of view, incidentally, they have overachieved in terms of expected goals and expected goals against. Not a lot, 6.67 to the 8 that they scored ahead of this fixture, and 1.3 expected goals against to the one that they had conceded prior to Sunderland banging in two in double quick time. So maybe we should have expected a little bit different to what we've seen in terms of the form from these two sides. The bare form, I'm sure that the coaching staff will dig into those metrics and dig deeper in. So much more to take a look at, to garner information from, tactically tweak your setup. Sunderland with a free kick. Driven in and nodded up into the air. Gray comes and collects. Yeah, just wait for a second here. This was an awkward fall. Goddard it was who got forward. Amy Goddard, ever present this season, only missed a few games last campaign. Former Crystal Palace player, spells at Yeovil and Villa and Bristol City. Interesting to see her get forward. She's yet to score a league goal in her career. Just confirmation of that yellow card earlier to Stapleton. Well, how about this for a move for Charlton? Skills involved initially. Clever ball over the top. Hutton gets the studs to it, spins in front of her. How about that for a cross? That is as good as you're ever going to get, and a wonderful looping header. Terrific from Barton to get Charlton back into this. Hutton again, first time again. Muir to turn, neatly done. Clever play, and the pass isn't bad as well. Oh. Well, Barton popping up over on that left-hand side, coming in from the right flank, making the extra play. It's a clever run, just look where she comes from. Knows exactly where she wants it. First touch is good, credit the defender here. Turn behind by Stapleton. Towards the far post area, flicked away. Another stoppage here. And one or two players in the walls early. Another awkward fall. It's being careful at the minute. And once again, an opportunity for the coaches to speak to the players here. Well, 3 goals in the opening half here. Sunderland lead by 2-1. There will be significant minutes added on at the end of this first half. You would have thought we've had a couple of stoppages. Skills being spoken with by Karen Hills. Said it was time to regroup, focus on the league once again after the League Cup defeat. And of course, it's worth pointing out that only the group winners go through to the knockout stages of the League Cup. That's because those teams involved in the Champions League get a bye into the quarter-finals. So 5 groups, you've got to win to get into the quarter-finals. Charlton did finish second in their group last season, not quite good enough to make it through to the latter stages. Sunderland did get through to the quarter-finals, so was thumped by Chelsea away from home 5-0. Sunderland, Charlton have got to play Crystal Palace and Villa next in their particular group. Games that come up in November and December. Looks like Tash Fenton's okay to continue. So we restart. Clock suggests 3 minutes to go, but we might have another 5 after that, if not more. This is Muir. Still going to the byline here. Can get the cross in. Half-hearted appeals of handball. Think it may well have just hit the chest rather than the arm. That one overhit. It's been very honest from Melanie Ray with her interviews after games recently. She talked about the 2 defeats early on. She said that the squad took a good, long, hard look at itself, and there's been a real togetherness since then, and a real hard work ethic that's got them back on track. If they can beat the league leaders here, that'd be 3 wins on the spin, and it would put them right back in the mix for promotion. It's early days, of course, but such a competitive league, as we know. Charlton leading the way with 4 wins from 4. Oh, again coming in, it's a good save, isn't it? It's a shot that I don't think had too much power, but Lamborn gets down well to her left-hand side. Those runs that Kelly Barton is making here from right to left, they're a bit impressive. She's picking it up in that left channel. She took the shot on early here. She started to move away from the keeper. Not 100% certain it was on target, but the save made nonetheless. Charlton top heading into the weekend with Durham second, of course. Their only defeat to Charlton. Did take the lead in that game. 3 points behind them. Birmingham with 7 points. Southampton, Newcastle, London City Lionesses likewise. And a drop off to Blackburn and Sunderland, although got games in hand on the majority of the teams around them. Bristol City's been a bit of a drop off considering they were close to going up a few years ago. And Sheffield United and Portsmouth still without a point. Bristol City without a win as well just yet. Of course, we're a WSL side last season. Bristol City going down with a horrible record. Sunderland with a free kick. 45 nearly up. Flat trajectory this time. Good defensive header from Skills. Going to bounce through to this near side. Fenton does get the cross in. Oh, unlucky not to find Stapleton. Taken down by Barton. That's a pull touch from Katie Barton. She didn't realise exactly where the Sunderland players were. She gave it away, and Dow, cool as you like at the back. That's a neat touch. Here's Barton again. Good fast feet and a clever ball down the line, and then a challenge that comes in to deny Humphrey space. 6 minutes of added on time. Skeels. Pierce to motor forward. Dow. Down the line. Barton will chase it down. Stapleton is across. Fenton to clear. Picked up by Hutton. Does strike it. This is Muir. Hutton will take it on again. Always combative. Always favourite even to get the 40-60s against her, isn't she? This is Muir. Still going forwards. Referee, I thought, allowed that one to go, but in the end she pulls play back. It's probably the right call. 2 minutes of the added on 6 have gone by. Danburn taking a time here. Referee Abedin saying get on with it. Volley forward for Kitching to chase. Gray to the edge of a penalty area, collects. Down. This is Pearce. Skeels. Touch for Phyllis and eventually Endow again. Can Charlton fashion one more opportunity to try and get back on terms before the half is out? Here is Skeels, and again looking for the run of Hutton. Can she keep it in place? She can, and produce another really good ball in. Barton tries to tee it up. Humphrey, a swing and a miss. Charlton finishing the half in the ascendancy. They will not want the break. Sunderland will be grateful for it. Here is Skeels. Charlton on top, but 2-1 down. Pearce. Still 2.5 minutes or so of added on time. Enough time, certainly. Phyllis, clever reverse ball through. Barton has to step back towards the halfway line. She loses possession. And is there a counter on here? Good running all around. Fed back by Rowe. Skeels. Hutton cuts across the Sunderland player. That's such clever football. Still going, takes the shot on. We will let it bounce out for a corner. She's putting a real shift on the left-hand side. 1 assist. Jodie Hutton. In comes the corner, right on point, that one, difficult to defend against. Sunderland just about scramble it away. Players down inside the penalty area. Referee allows play to continue. Katir tried to get something going, but was unable to do so. Charlton again with a cross inside the area and charged down by Pearce. It is no-nonsense stuff here from Charlton, who are putting everything into this to try and get back on terms before the break. Referee is just going to hold play for a second. Maybe it was a coming together. She wants to speak to Alicia Endow. Well, the first 45 that's been played at a frenetic pace for the most part, with real quality from these two promotion hopefuls. Sense that if they play as well as they are today, they will both be very much in the mix come the end of the season. Rowe to take the throw for Charlton. Humphrey lets the ball do the work and get the cross in again. Look at this, it's like it's the first minute rather than the 51st. So much energy and industry here from both sides. Skills up and under, flag has stayed down. He might turn out to be a decent ball if Rowe can keep it in play. Oh, just gets away from it. So unlucky. It was a really good run. Just seemed to bounce up. That might be it for the opening period. Lambourne to go long. Referee just allowing a few more seconds here. Down with a header. Back with a bit of interest. One way, then the other. Skeels takes the touch, steps away from one challenge. Pearce tries to guide it forward. That is the 45. 52 as we did play. First half finishes with Sunderland leading. Really entertaining watch. Stapleton got the second for Sunderland. Kitchen got the first. Terrific effort. Barton, the goal for Charlton. Really entertaining. The Valley at half-time here. It is Charlton Athletic 1, Sunderland 2. Aberdeen gets us underway. Matchday official who has issued a couple of yellow cards in that first half to Stapleton and also Gennadier. But generally it's been a match played in good spirit, a lot of energy, good quality. And when it comes to Jodie Hutton, no quarter asked nor given. Bulldozering her way through a couple of challenges. The referee let that one go for a good few seconds before intervening. If there's one player in the championship you'd want in the trenches with you, it's Jodie Hutton. That is for absolute certain. Brilliant player. Wholehearted, a lot of skill, but gives absolutely everything. Free kick though. Kitchen will take, a little bit too far out for her. Even given her a brilliant goal earlier in this game. Good looking ball in as well, and Stapleton's header over the crossbar. This one a little further out for the player that scored from close in. And when we look back at the goal at half-time, it was a smart header, wasn't it? Because it came to her so quickly, she had to readjust and get some good power on it from close range. Make sure it was on target, which it was. At that stage, you thought, well, Sunderland might be able to cruise. But anyone who's watched Charlton this season, I saw the game in midweek against Spurs, and the way that they came back into it, because Spurs, the top flight side, were much better in the opening 20-25 minutes or so. Charlton really struggled, but they just dug deep, made sure that they were in it, got the equaliser on the stroke at half-time, and second half was much more even. And both teams were much changed. It wasn't just the top division side that made alterations. We saw a lot of the fringe first teamers for Charlton get a run out as well. And again, an indication of the strength in depth that they've got. This is Barton breaking forwards here for Charlton towards Moyer, just can't make it hers, cleared away. Good pace nonetheless on the right-hand side. Kelly Barton has had an excellent game. Throw-in taken. Phyllis. Skills. Killed inside the area. Cleared away. And then Humphrey with a clever effort. Just needed a little bit more on it to really worry Demi Lambourne. Ambitious, yes. Clever, certainly. Good control here. She was just trying to guide it, give it a little bit of air. Nice idea, but well watched by the keeper. Free kick. Goes down this time. Phyllis with a touch. Skills to come forward, evades one challenge and another, slips it through to Muir. Barton to her right. Good running here from Muir. Here is Barton to take a touch. It's on her left side. She can't quite pull the trigger. Back towards Karen Muir. This has been dug out. Bounces hard, but Lampoon gets to the pitch of that well. Not easy. Muir to knock it back first time and gets another go. Gets it on the deck and looks to use a pace. Phyllis doing the running. No chances taken. Good start to this second half. Charlton have picked up where they left off, but Sunderland have also had the ball in a dangerous area. Skills to control. Dow. Row on the right-hand side. Curled again to the left-hand side. Well left. Hutton will take it down. Can she dig out the cross again? Low this time. Skimming towards Muir. She might get another opportunity. Play continues here. Referee is just watching to see the Charlton player who's down at the moment, but there was an advantage. Good refereeing. Just a pause to make sure that she's okay. Referee allowed play to continue because Charlton were in possession. Let's have another look at this. Just a bit of an awkward coming together rather than anything particularly malicious, I think. She did get caught a little. But okay to continue. Charlton throw. Skills takes it on. Runs into trouble. Clever play from Jenna Deere. And then Skills has gone down. Fenton was in the way. Two captains colliding here. That was the touch from Deere. And then there's a bit of afters following that. Skills was on the deck and Deere tried to step over. Fenton had already made the challenge. Net result is a free kick to Charlton. And it will be whipped in. Dropping towards Muir, cleared away to the edge of the D. Diagonal towards Muir. To the edge of the area. Barton tries to knock it round the corner for Phyllis. Should be cleared away. Charlton have it back. An awkward clearance that cannoned into a Sunderland player. But the breakaway is on here all right. Now then, what can Sunderland conjure from this sort of position? Play by McAteer to the left-hand side. Here is Kitching. And still, no opportunity to get some players forward now. They played it further forward, but it's been won back and the breakaway is on again. This is Barton to turn. Fenton doesn't get the ball. Phyllis will pick it up. Barnes still on the deck and then thump to the left-hand side. Good awareness here. 1- and 2-touch passing. Mia holds it up. Humphrey with a turn. Charlton get the throw. Pace of play throughout has been excellent and it's not stopped at all since the resumption. Problem potentially here for Watson. Just 18, scored that goal against Sheffield United in midweek, 2-1 away success. The two last season, one against Charlton, the other against Durham. England under-19 international. Hutton with a long throw. Charlton inch up that left-hand side, almost rugby union style, just grabbing a few yards. Humphrey runs into her own player and loses possession. And the counter is on. Kitchen is moving forward. Well, she was off balance a little bit there. Bit unlucky. And out. Hutton with a header. Mia keeps it in play. Good pace and endeavour here. Still going. Wins a corner. Good defensive work from Brown. Don't want to get too side on. She just about did enough. In comes the corner after it's taken short. Taking the pace off that really well, Kayleigh Barton. It's good skill. And a good spot for Pearce as well here. Still going. Muya, she driving in low. Not quite sure that hit the frame of the goal or a player on the line. Whip back in. Phyllis with the efforts. Corner. Well, Charlton beginning to pepper that Sunderland goal. Ball was played to the edge of the area, cannoned off Brown and out for a corner. In comes the delivery, the header is wide. Skills got there first, but couldn't keep it on target. Stapleton, who's down again. She's had one or two issues. She had a bit of treatment in the first half and still struggling a little bit here. This was the header from Skills that goes over. Well, once again, the players just taking on a bit of water and also some tactical instruction potentially from Karen Hills. Well, should be pleased with the way that they've gone about their business, but they haven't found a leveler just yet. We've only had 11 minutes, though, of this second half. Plenty of time to get something from the match. Just wonder whether Stapleton's going to be okay to continue, still getting a little bit of treatment at the minute. Hopefully okay to continue. She's had a good game at the back and indeed in advanced areas, obviously, with that goal. Just feeling it a little bit, though. Cleared away by Eid. Hutton, away from a couple of challenges and decides to launch it long. There's no one on the left-hand side for a change. Barton is running into players. Muya is closing down. Sunderland get rid quick, but at what cost? Because Charlton have it again. No, not for long. Pocket picked and Sunderland stride forward now then. Opportunity to get the shot away, but it was always being driven wide, unfortunately, from a Sunderland point of view. Kitchen broke free. Did have Scar up with play on the right-hand side, but she wanted to take the shot on. Every right to do that. Hutton. Again, it's a first-time cross. Oh, did that take a deflection and go out? I think it did. Corner. Lambourne unable to keep it in play. Awkward sort of spin on the ball, wasn't there? Just flicked up off the instep of the Sunderland player. Lambourne will try to keep it in. Finished to deliver the corner here for Charlton. Driven in, cleared to the edge of the 6-yard box. Big shout, handball not given. Very, very difficult to see in a crowded 6-yard area. Charlton have got possession again. We've not seen a replay. We'll try and give that to you shortly. Let's see what Hutton can do here, though. Still rampaging forward on the left-hand side. Cleared away. And out. Pearce for Skills. Hutton to play it forwards. And the breakaway is on again here. This gets a touch. Skills to turn Hutton and me up on that left-hand side again. Sunderland win it back. It is a real battle now out there in that middle third, that's for sure. Charlton, though, getting the upper hand, your sense, as Phillips breaks free once again. Looks to try and curl it from distance. Comfortable save, Lambourne in the way. Well, Charlton, I think, can sense that there's something still in this game for them, and they are on top. Lost the last game at home, of course, to Spurs in the League Cup. Won the last championship game to Durham. Also beat Portsmouth here. Won the last 4 in the championship, scoring 2 or more in each of them. So getting another goal is very much in their wheelhouse. And for the last 5 after failing to win the previous 4. Haven't drawn any of their last 7. It's all or nothing. Last draw against Lewis here, a 1-1 affair back in February. But only 2 clean sheets in the last 11 now at home. It's going to be a little concern for Karen Hills. First change. Megan Beer is coming on. Defender making a seasonal debut. Casey Watson, a player to go off, to confirm that one for you as well. Not had the influence in this fixture as she did in the game last term. So McBeary's on. Handful of appearances last season. First appearance of the season. Sunderland with a corner. Taken down. Forced towards goal by Jenna Deere. Block is good. Followed by Brown initially. This is Kitching. Can't pick out a teammate. Awkward touch from Hutton. More definitively done, but Sunderland do have a throw, and just enjoying a mini spell here. Confirmation of that change with Watson off and Beer on. Pace of players just dropped a little bit in the last 2 or 3 minutes or so. Phillips to turn over the halfway line. Barton will make a move further left still. Everything to her right. She's got to slow it up a little bit here, waiting for Charlton attackers to get into position. Hutton with a touch. She was taken out after the ball had gone. Players continued here. There was a small advantage, but Charlton haven't taken any sort of advantage from it. And Dow to clear towards Muir. Barton takes it down, runs into trouble. That ball's going to go Sunderland's way. Might be a card coming out here. Yeah, I get that one. Good refereeing this. This is where the incident was. There's the yellow. Jessica Brown goes into the book. Just let it go, did Abby Dearden. See what was any sort of advantage that Charlton might have had. They didn't in the end, and then go back to book the player. Good refereeing. Muir to turn, surrounded by Sunderland players. Free kick Charlton. Phillips with a free kick. Driven in with a bit of dip on it as well. Cleared away by Sunderland. They're looking to try and take it down. She does well initially, then she's bundled over. Another yellow card has come out for this time in the book. Third yellow card of the season, incidentally. Stapleton to punt it long. Flag is up.
Substitution for the Alex. Please show your appreciation to number 20, Mary Bashford.
Here come the changes. Primus is on. Carla Humphrey's off. Mary Bashford, the other player to go off. Casey Bradley is on. And final alteration here. Princess Ademi Louis. Final change for you there. With Gracie Pearce going off. So attacking changes definitely here from Karen Hills. A little bit of a switch up at the back. Katie Bradley, who's already come off the bench to rescue a win against Durham when her side was a goal down earlier this season, bagging 2, and she's took a really well taken goal in midweek against Spurs in the League Cup to level things up, even though Charlton fell to defeat. Bradley is on. Atlanta Primus, signed from Southampton, shows some neat touches. She grew into the game against Spurs in midweek. Midfielder with famous dad, of course, and Princess Ademi Louis, who's got a bit of pace, on loan from West Ham, having been a substitute more often than not in the WSL last season for the East London club. So those are the 3 changes. I would offer that they're pretty positive. And you'll see how they work out with, 22 minutes still remaining. So quarter of the fixture, just less to go. Skeels. Charlton look to build again. Forward by Dow. Given away and prodded forward. Sunderland on the move. Neatly done in tight areas. Skill and touch of the players have been evident this afternoon as well. Some really good football on show. Hunting to play it forward. Charlton on the move. She runs into trouble. A fixture known for late goals. We mentioned those two 90th minute efforts when the sides met here. 1-1 draw. It was 0-0 on 89 minutes. 3 goals in the last 18 minutes and 4 in the last 28 minutes in a 2-2 draw here. A couple of seasons back. 90th minute strikes in 3 of the last 4 meetings between the two, so always seems to be late drama. There's another card coming out. Well, I mentioned that Abbey did and produced 7 in Sunderland's last game, a 4-3 home win against Lewis. Quite sure he picked up the booking there. Confirm it for you in just a sec. Sunderland do have a free kick. Beer gets ready to take the substitute. Fairly straight inside the area. He doesn't get there first time around. Second time around, she nearly did, and then it's kicked away from her. A rare old scramble inside the penalty area, but Charlton survive and come forward. He runs into trouble and loses possession. Thumped away on this near side. Again, we've got a player down. Well, it's been full-blooded, no quarter asked and given, that is for sure. This was the free kick that caused all the carnage inside the 6-yard box. Almost taken out of her own hands by her own player, I think. Hunton came across to deal with it. Alicia and Dow received the caution for the incident just a few moments ago. So 2 Charlton players into the book now, Phillison and Dow. 3 of Sunderland persuasion have been cautioned. As we just look at Jenna Deere, so key to Sunderland's second goal. Another change. Charlie Newsham coming on. Bethrow going off. So Newsham is on. She had started every championship game this season prior to today. Signed from Sheffield United in the summer. To play academy football for both Manchester clubs, incidentally. And, Scotland Junior International up to 23 level. Let's see what she can do. How can she affect play? Only touch for her. Dow. Skills. Really good ball. Inevitably on that left-hand side. Substitute Newsham will play it forwards. Ademi Lui will show a pace. Shepherded well by Amy Goddard. Charlton still have it, but Newsham loses possession. Sunderland to come forward again. Skeels has just about got the move covered. It was good running from Emily Scarr. And good endeavour from Katie Kitching. It is a real battle, isn't it, at the minute? Charlton desperate to get something from it. But you just sense that Sunderland at the minute have sort of repelled Charlton in this second half, and they've pushed them back a little bit more. There's more play in that middle third, not anything like as much inside that Sunderland penalty area or in and around it as we saw in the opening 7, 8, maybe 10 minutes of this second half. When Charlton were on top, they didn't get their second goal, and might that be the issue come the final reckoning here? Skeels to re-engage. Oh. Well, with a bit too much venom. Maybe didn't see exactly where the substitute was, Newsham. Primus jumps. Knee play from Bradley. Safety first, get the ball out of play, regroup as quick as you can. Charlton are going to come back at you. Oh, well, perhaps it was that made the challenge there. Yeah, this could be another caution. It's definitely a free kick. Primus has moved away pretty quickly, but she was nowhere near the ball for me. She might get a little lucky. Let's have another look at this. Well, we've seen cautions given for similar, if not more. Well, that one seems worse. Scar's okay. Ah, hang on. The card was given. I think she had time to think about it. Yeah, it's the right call. Primus goes into the book. Free kick. Kitching will take. Just under 15 minutes remaining at the Valley. Up goes the signal from the New Zealand international. Driven into the edge of the penalty area. Cleared away well. Fenton looking for the angle in. Sunderland captain wins a corner. Well, the element of surprise is gone now. The corner was taken short, certainly not in orthodox fashion. However, there was some pushing and shoving inside the penalty area. Amy Goddard trying to get half a yard on her marker. So will we see a similar corner routine here or something more orthodox? 6 weight in white. Sunderland have got good movement towards the 6-yard area. And it comes and the volley goes in brilliantly. How about that for a strike? Jenna Deere with something really special for Sunderland, who lead by 3 goals to 1. She watched it so well as the corner came in, and a brilliant hit, all technique and power on the penalty spot about now. Just look where she is, watches it all the way. That is top draw. Spins away in celebration. Sunderland have a third. We have seen some spectacular goals, and there's another Well, she netted 5 last season. It's her first of the new campaign. Hasn't scored since netting in the 5-3 home win over Durham back in March. But that is something special. Charlton 1, Sunderland 3. Charlton, for much of this second half, certainly the early part of the second half, looked very much more likely the side to get the 4th goal of the game and draw level at 2-2, but it's a stunner from Jenna Deere. Whacked in low by Bradley. Phyllis will take a touch and then hustled off the ball. She stayed down for now. Sunderland have possession again. Wides one challenge. Ademi Luyi will take it on. Options to her left. Stretches to keep the momentum for Charlton. They're driving in low. Ademi Luyi. Cleared away. Newsham thought about the shot. Hunt. Good control. And the shot is forced in at close range by Muya. Lambourne couldn't hold it. Charlton have got a second. Karen Muya following up from close range, as all good strikers have to do. This game is not done just yet. And it was that played it inside the area. And a curling effort that was saved initially by Lambourne, but Karen Muya was on hand. And the Charlton supporters are still dreaming of getting something from this game. I thought the goals might come a little earlier. Got to play down at the minute. Well, some really good goals on show this afternoon. This was Sunderland's 3rd. Corner from the right-hand side. Keep your eye on Jenna Deere. Brilliant. Terrific technique. Kept it down. Got really good power on it. That made it 3-1. But it was 3-2 in the blink of an eye. Cleared only to Newsham. And then it was Phyllis who turned and got the shot away. Lambourne saved but spilled, and Muya followed up from close range. Charlton 2, Sunderland 3, and the game in the balance once more. Seeing the end of Fenton here potentially. Well, she's moving okay. Oh, we are going to see a change. This is Kira Flannery coming on. Is it Grace Eads? Yeah, Grace Eads has gone off. Kira Flannery. Well, we did see Natasha Fenton race to that far side. I thought she was coming off, but it's Eda's gone off, Flannery gone on. Signed from Reading in the summer. Of West Ham and an England junior international, still a teenager at 19. Replacing Eid, who turned 19 today. Newsham. but he can ball over the top. Barton racing free. Demi Louis calling for it. Really good, brave goalkeeping once again by Demi Lambourne. Demi Louis was racing towards the keeper. She would have seen the striker in a peripheral vision here, but she did really well just to get there ahead of the substitute, and this occasion managed to keep hold of the ball. Charlton finishing strongly again. Lambourne's come a long way. Misjudged it. Muir's got her second and Charlton's third, and we're all square with just over 5 minutes remaining. She was too quick. Lambourne was too slow. As the ball came back to this near side, Phyllis did well, showed really good strength. Lambourne decided, I can get to this. Well, she was miles off, but it's still a really clever finish. Karen Moyer, announced by the Valley PA to the cheers of the supporters here. Her second of the afternoon, Charlton's third. It's 3 apiece. Goals number 2 and 3 of the season for her. Now, do Charlton go on and win it? We'll have Sunderland got another surprise up their sleeve. Skeels feeds it back. Gray gets reared. It ricochets off a Sunderland player. Just look at the energy and effort being put in here by both teams. Really good advert for the championship, this one. Always knew it was going to be a good game with a quality on show, and the form that these two sides have been in, obviously from a Sunderland point of view, just over the last week and the last couple of games, but given what they did last season, where's your money going for a winning goal? If there is going to be one, no guarantee, of course. Demi Louis battles away with the Sunderland rear guard. God, it was. This has been dug out, but it just goes behind. Well, we have got 3.5 minutes remaining. I would suggest we might go another 5 or 6 at the end of the 90. So stand by your beds, anything could happen. Doubt. Skeels under pressure from Emily Scarr to a player. They have put in an awful lot into this fixture, and it ain't over yet. Barton can't keep it in. The flag was up anyway. Primus with the header. And Demi Louis with the overheads. Up into the air rather than away. Deer's touch. Primus does well. Demi Louis steps away from one challenge outside of the boot to find a teammate in the shape of Primus. Now it's with Newsham. He looks to go again here. Still Newsham, it's a positive run, but one that just runs out of pitch. She's had a corner goal kick, yeah. debatable. Doway. Oh, that's a poor touch. But he's just unable to pounce. Another player that's given absolutely everything here. Kitching with a throw. A free kick strike right at the start of this game seems a long time ago. 90 is just about up. Charlton fans still believe. And Weir's 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes. From 3-1 down to 3-3. Is there anything left in the tank of either of these two teams who've produced a brilliant game for us? Sunderland have a throw. Charlton just about winning back. Phyllis goes to ground. Barton is still full of running. Oh, that was a poor challenge. That's a poor challenge. And it's a yellow card. I don't think she can have any real complaints about that. Fenton goes into the book. Caution count is 7. In fact, Lambourne also picked up a card, incidentally. So make that 8 all told. 9 minutes of added on time. Well, we'll take that. Nobody's going anywhere. Flicked round the corner by Primus. Clever touch from Phyllis. Breaking forward yet again, it's towards Barton. Does it take a deflection? Not quite. Eventually the ball comes down to the deck. McAteer looking to make some sense of it here for Sunderland. She goes down, but play continues. Now it's with Newsham to go long. Barton was off on their own once again. Touch from Jessica Brown. It goes out of play for a Sunderland throw. We've had 2 minutes of the added on 9. Arms go up from the 2 benches here. Sunderland get the call again. Ademi-Louis runs into trouble. Goddard sidesteps the challenge and plays it long. And Skills will have to shepherd this one back, and does. And next up for Sunderland, a derby game against Newcastle. That'll be something special. And then another derby after that against Durham. So tough games for different reasons. Then they run into Bristol City at home, and then Blackburn Rovers. So an interesting run. Charlton, for their part, take on London City Lionesses next before a trip to Newcastle. 2 away games after this before they're back at the Valley for league games against Southampton and Bristol City, then back in League Cup action against Crystal Palace. This one not over just yet. Hutton on the move. Ademi-Louis will turn and able to get good connection on that. And with a shove. Still time for a winner. 4 remaining. Muya with a throw. Demi-Louis flicks it in field. Sunderland take a defensive header, trying to get it up the pitch as far as possible, and they do win possession back. Is there another chance for Sunderland in the offing here? Terrific sliding challenge by Ndao. Muya on a hat-trick, of course. Primus, Newsham. Space to gallop into for the substitute. Pushes it for Hunt. Teed up the first Charlton goal. Looks to get the cross in. Takes a deflection. Lambourne watches it. Thumped away. Skeels knocks it back. Demi-Louis. Flick forward by Phyllis, who's had a very, very good game in midfield for Charlton. She's driven them on throughout this fixture. Had a hand in the equalising goal, of course, her shot that was saved, only parried by Lambourne. Well, you'd probably call it and say that a draw's a fair result. Charlton have had more of the chances, more of the ball, but Sunderland have always offered a threat. Touch from Bradley. Underneath for Stodds. Barton, who's put such a shift in. Oh, been giving it back though now. Kelly Barton, what can she do here? She can drive the cross in. Oh, nearly an own goal. Amy Goddard got across. It's a metre wide in fairness here, but for a split second she would have been worried about that. It was a good cutout, really. Barton was given the ball. Dangerous ball in. Goddard, to her credit, got enough on that to send it spinning behind. But for a corner here, inside the final 2 minutes of the added-on 9. Charlton with a flag kick. Up goes the signal. Hunton's going to dig this one out. Expect it to be whipped in at pace. Here it comes, far post. Good delivery. Kept out just. Goes out again for another corner, does it? No. Well, the delivery from set pieces from both teams has been absolutely excellent. On point throughout, giving keepers so little room for manoeuvre. Just look at this. Right on the money. Quite sure if it hit a post, a player on the line, or a teammate. Net result didn't go in. Demi-Louis steps away from one challenge. Bradley, can she get out from underneath the feet? Not quite. Sunderland have it back. Kitching can't clear. Demi-Louis battles away. Got hard to turn again. She's been strong throughout. We've seen 6 goals, but there's been some really good defensive individual displays as well. Got an issue here. Princess Demi-Louis is down, just on and taking a knee, and thankfully okay. Katie Bradley got too much on it. Well, we've had the 9 minutes. The referee's going to give another minute, maybe. We'll see. Well, a brilliant advert for the Championship. 6 goals shared equally by 2 of the best teams in the second tier. Sunderland, who went 2-0 up with goals from Kitching and Stapleton, were pegged back by Barton's effort, and then Deer made it 3-1 before a double from Muir late on secured a share of the spoils for Karen Hills' side. Full time here, Charlton Athletic 3, Sunderland 3.